welcome to Baseball City. Spring training action on MLB The Show. It's the Houston Astros going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, just about set to go. Starting on the mound in this one, Elvis Novickis. How about a scouting report on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And here it comes. Honus Wagner, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And that skips in the dirt.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Wouldn't chase that time. That's in for a strike.
3-1.
At the belt and fires. On its way to the corner. Harper hustling after it. Can't get there. This one lands foul. The pitch. The punch out there. And there's one away. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. That's a strike. Going 1.
Well, Boog, with Ohtani on the mound today, you think about how big of a star he's become in the U.S., but his dog, Decoy, stole the show away from his master when he was being awarded his 2nd MVP. It's just so darn cute.
One down, base is empty. That's to third, and it finds its way through for a hit.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And now Hank Aaron. There's a strike. Novickis picks to first. Ohtani back in. Shohei on the go. Pitch misses. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Good steal, a second right there, and now the table is set for the middle of this order to drive in the first run of this ball game. I like that they're trying to manufacture some offense early on.
The 1-1. Slice to right, and it stays fair. Here's Ohtani flying around third. He scores, and they have the lead. 1-0. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
So next up for Houston, David Ortiz. Misses off the plate. Ball 1. Man at second. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
101 on the gun, swing and a miss. Novickus, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Hank, the runner at second with one away. Out of line, out towards center. Granderson makes the grab, and there's 2 down.
That is good. The center fielder, number 12.
Now we check out the Astros lineup. Chris, here's a lineup that's dangerous for multiple reasons.
Boog, I think you've got to pick your poison, if you will. Can't try to worry about the running game, because if you do, it'll take your focus off these hitters and they'll hit the ball over the fence. So I think the smartest thing, go after the hitters, make sure you make great pitches. If you give up some stolen bases, so be it.
Steve Finley in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Two outs and 1 in scoring position.
He needs to throw that breaking ball with just a little more conviction to get the swing and miss.
Righty delivers. Slider misses outside. Next offering upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Slides for the stop, and very nicely done for the out. Astros pick up a run on the RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab, TJ Brock.
Just electric stuff, Boog, and that fastball is no joke. He can move it around the zone, and it's not uncommon to see him pile up a decent amount of strikeouts throughout the game. He's the type of guy that allows the entire team to wake up feeling confident, knowing he's taking the mound.
And stepping in for New York, Paul Molitor. The pitch. That one drifts inside. And a pitch. That one finds the zone, and the count even at 1. And that's a fair ball.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Just a flare down that right field line, and he got it to drop in fair. I guarantee you, he was yelling, get down as he ran out of the box, because, Boog, sometimes you just got to talk to it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
This is Bryce Terang. That catches the top part of the zone, and that's strike 1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
The 0-1 upstairs.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
1-2.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Caught him looking for the K.
Batting third.
So up next for New York, Ralph Kiner. Big time power. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Man at first, one away. Next pitch is downstairs. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count. Runner on the go. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Looks like they're trying to answer back on that run they gave up in the top of the first by being aggressive on the base paths. I like that, especially early in this ball game. Be aggressive while you can and see if it leads to some type of big inning.
And another ball. And there's ball four.
Take your base.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
And now here is Harper. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. One at second. Over to first. That's two. Nicely done. 1-6-3. And that will end the inning. So no runs here on a base hit. No errors. And one left. Second inning coming up here in Florida's Baseball City. It's the Astros 1 and the Mets nothing. New inning getting started. Here's some real power at the plate. Max Muncy. The pitch. Not close with that one. 1-0. One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball. Next pitch misses inside. Now 2-0. Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson. A consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
Right through there for a strike. Garrett Richards, a guy who was originally a first-round pick of the Angels out of the University of Oklahoma. And a foul ball. Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that has a reputation for being Fergalicious.
Yes, and, you know, whatever. Fergalicious.
One up, one down.
The second baseman, Bill Mazeroski.
Bill Mazeroski up next for the Astros.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
Mazeroski, a former Gold Glove winner, just 21 years old. And he was a second-round pick in 2024.
Ball, that's
just missed. One out, bases empty. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Struck him out looking.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Garrett Mitchell stands in now and watches strike one. And the right-hander deals. Tied him up inside with that one.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
2 out, space is empty. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Astros are down quietly, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. And now the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. The pitch. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Here comes a pitch. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
That
One ball, 2
misses.
strikes.
1-2 to count. And the pitch. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Ortiz hauls it in for the out. And there's one
That
down.
is it. The center fielder, Curtis Granderson.
And next for the Mets, Curtis Granderson. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Off the mark
that missed.
there.
That's a ball.
Ball one. One down, base is empty. Foul ball there. Kicks and fires.
2-1.
That one catches the zone, and it's 2-2. And another ball.
Full
The
count.
Mets down by a run. Bottom half of inning number 2. Three-two on the way. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Ezekiel Tovar, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. And a pitch. That one at triple digits.
Really consistent release point. He's been able to pitch up and down and have excellent command at both locations.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Down in order go the Mets. They trail here 1-0. And we're back on to the third inning. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Adley Rutschman. Novickus back to work. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
All right, Boog. So I was scrolling through social media the other day and a video of Adley popped up. It was a clip of him playing college football for Oregon State. How athletic is this guy? He tackled Stanford great Christian McCaffrey. Seriously, what can't?
There's a swing and a drive. Makes a move towards the gap. And that one hops the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock.
At the plate, Honus Wagner. His first at bat was a strikeout. That one at triple digits. The 0-1. Just missed.
Down. Ball.
Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Rutschman leads off second with nobody out. Triple digits on that last pitch. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Singled and scored his first time. And ball one.
High.
Right through there for a strike. Gets the outside corner with that one. That's towards center. Granderson snags it, and there's two away. Hank Aaron up next for the Astros. Doubled his first time up. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Fought off foul. And it's strike two.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. And that will end the inning. One left for Houston, but they still lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Miguel Rojas. The right-hander back to work. That clips the zone, and that is strike one.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
So digging in, Connor Wong. Slice the other way and foul. Chopper right side. And that one handled. Sends it to first. And that quickly 2 away.
Up next for the net, the third baseman, Paul.
Here's the third baseman, Paul Molitor. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. And that's off
that's a ball.
the inside edge. And that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Home team down a run here in the last half of the third. That one fouled off. The 1-1. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour.
2.
In the dirt, 2-2. And the pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two outs. And that one hit to first. He gets there with the slide. And they get the out. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, Garrett Cole.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now here is David Ortiz. He's 0 for 1.
Ortiz.
And he deals. Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, we're expecting to see strikeouts in this one. Cole is in the 2,000 strikeout club and only needed around 1,700 innings to get there. You know, only Chris Sale and Pedro Martinez needed fewer innings to reach 2,000 strikeouts.
Pitch misses, and it's 1-2.
1-2.
Now this is in the air down the line. And that's a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. But the throw to first gets him easily. And that's the first out.
The center fielder, number 12, Steve Finley.
So up next, Steve Finley grounded out his first time. Ball one there.
1-0.
Next offering is in for a strike. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Sliced hard but foul. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That's out number 2.
The third baseman, number
2 outs, base is empty. Muncy digs in. 0 for 1 so far. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
The next offering misses. It's 2-2.
2-2.
And delivers outside. Bill Mazeroski up next for the Astros. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing there for Houston, but they lead it 1-0. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Corbin Burns.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Bryce Terang digs in now. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Short hop liner, handled it short. And he's safe at first. Some strange defense there.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Ralph Kiner up now for the Mets. Out to center. Finley has it sized up. Squeezes it.
Now batting, the first baseman, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper to the plate. He hit into a double play his first time up.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
Laser base hit. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. Headed for the plate. The relay. He scores to tie it up. It's 1-1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. He's 0 for 1. Right through there for a strike. Misses outside. 1-1. And another ball. Man at second. Wouldn't chase that time.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And he couldn't come up with it.
Now batting, the center fielder.
First and second, 1 out. Stepping in, Curtis Granderson.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo. Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Ball.
Almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one misses, and it's 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That one to first. Can't glove it cleanly. The throw is still in time. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
And the batter now, Ezequiel Tovar.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Breaking ball inside. And that's ball 1. Second and third, 2 down. Ball to strike. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Kicks and deals. And that's off the inside edge. 2-2. Got him. Inning over, and it could have been worse.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Whitey Ford. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Bill Mazeroski now at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. Ford, 32 years old, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Found back our way, and that's out of play. 0-1 down. On the ground to the left. Tosses to first. One away here in the 5th.
Now batting, the left fielder, Garrett Mitchell.
And here is Garrett Mitchell.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
There's the strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. That missed by a lot. And the count is 1-1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and it drops in. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's Adley Rutschman, doubled in his first AB. Step off throw to first, and he dives back in safely. That one misses, and that is ball 1. Mitchell stands at first with 1 out. Pitch is in the dirt, and that's ball 2. Right through there for a strike. Fastball for a strike. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And now the lefty cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
So the batting order turns over. Now here is Honus Wagner. Step off, throw to first. Mitchell back on a dive. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Comebacker to the mound. Over to first, and that is the inning. So 1 hit is all they get. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Mark Pryor.
Well, at this point in the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you get a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. The line to kick the pitch. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. The Astros have some action in their pen. Shane Baz appears to be getting loose. And the 0-1. Just missed. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
That one the other way. Mazeroski to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Now batting, catcher, Connor Wong.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Connor Wong. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Bases empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Next pitch is outside. On the ground, Muncy fires over to first. Home half of the 5th inning, moving along, 2 quick outs. And here is Paul Molitor, 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike.
Oh, and you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The wind and the pitch. Ground ball left side, and that one finds its way through. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So 2 down. Bryce Terang getting ready to hit. Splits the plate. It's 0-1.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
Molitor, the runner at first with 2 gone. Pickoff throw. Molitor dives back in safely. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets leave 1. Score remains tied 1-1. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Landon Knack. Now the number 2 hitter, Shohei Ohtani. The pitch. Very high with that one. Ball 1.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
2-0.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Righty to the plate. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
1 down, base is empty. Swung on, belted. That's going back. Back some more. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, the first baseman,
David Ortiz, the next to hit. That one clips the outside corner. Strike 1. Movement in the bullpen. Tim Herron, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Holderman also throwing. Now the 0-1. That one almost got him. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing here this half. Part of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. All tied 1-1. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Shane Baz.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
3-4-5 due up for the home team. Ralph Kiner up now for the Mets. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power.
That's right. The pitch popped up. Mazeroski has this one sized up, puts it away for the out.
The first baseman, number 3. Harper.
Here's Harper now.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
This is a true 5-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off of him. Fastball for a strike.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
0-2.
Left-hand batter waits. And that is there. Harper frustrated as he's rung up on strikes. And he lets the plate umpire know it. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. And there's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That misses the zone. And 1-1. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Way outside, and the count is 3-1.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Count is full.
Got him. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Mets. Still tied 1-1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Tim Herron.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Jung-Hoo Lee. He represents the go-ahead run. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Kicks and fires. That one not close. Ball 1. Way out front for strike 2.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
The lefty fires. Swings and misses. couldn't catch up to the heater.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And that's downstairs and outside. One down, base is empty. That's down and in. Just missed. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. And there's the automatic. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Bill Mazeroski up next for the Astros. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. Down the line. And that's a foul ball. Inside, just missed. Swing and a ball popped up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Garrett Mitchell.
And now Garrett Mitchell.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
That one pulled foul. 2 down. Go ahead run in scoring position. On the corner for a strike. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to third. And he won it round. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
So remaining in the game defensively, Jung-Hoon Lee. He'll be out center now after pinch hitting. Chad Green ready to go.
Now pitching for the Astros, number 57, Chad.
Also entering the game, Kyle Seager. He's the new third baseman. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Joseph Ortiz.
And he's a right-handed bat, but he handles same-side matchups pretty well, so should give him a good at-bat right here.
And here it comes. That one's in there. That's strike 1. The pitch.
No, that's down. Ball.
Wouldn't chase that time. And a 2-1 on the way. And that one is lifted in the air. Aaron moves towards it. And out number 1 on the grab.
Up next for the Mets,
Ezekiel Tovar up now for the Mets, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Late with the swing there. Activity in the bullpen. Carl Edwards Jr. preparing to come on if needed. Cronin getting cranked up as well. And a pitch. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Righty delivers.
That missed. That's the ball.
On the ground to third. Throws to first in time.
up next for the Mets, the designated hitter, Miguel Rojas.
Next is the designated hitter, Miguel Rojas. That one well upstairs, and it's 1-0. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. The 1-1 is fouled off. And another ball. Next offering away upstairs. Connor Wong waiting to hit for the Mets. The pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Lee under it. And that is that. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Colin Holderman.
Colin Holderman.
Now into the game, Alex Gordon. He'll be patrolling center field. Adley Rutschman digs in now.
The catcher, number 35, Adley Rutschman.
And the pitch. And that one fouled off. And now the 0-1. And that one fouled off. Up and in. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Wouldn't chase that time. Two now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Right-handed reliever. That one way inside. And the righty deals. foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Kicks and deals. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. Back to the top of the lineup and stepping in for the Astros, Honus Wagner. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out and he makes all the plays. First pitch misses.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Two and 0 to count. Here it comes. Action in the Mets bullpen. Joe Mantiply, the left-hander, up and throwing. Castro, the right-hander, loosening up as well. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top of the 8th.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a pitch. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Got him! And that's the first out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So now a pinch hitter, Sal Frelick. Big spot for him here. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. One away, tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. Outside, and it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Out, number 2.
The right fielder, number 44.
And now Hank Aaron, 1 for 3. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Next offering is in for a strike. Good eye in that spot.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a base hit right there. And that moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
So first and second with 2 outs. Digging in, David Ortiz. Swing and a miss. Going 1. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. 2 left for the Astros. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Carl Edwards Jr. And stepping in for New York, Connor Wong.
The catcher.
This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Here comes a pitch. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Paul Molitor.
Now the third baseman, Paul Molitor.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And that one's a little bit low. 1-0. And a good eye there.
That's the ball.
Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That's inside, and that's ball 3.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Bryce Terang up next for the Mets. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And a base hit on the line.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Bryce Terang up now for the Mets. Edwards picks over Molitor. Back in on a dive.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball 1. Left-hand hitter waits. And that's too high. 1 away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. And he deals. Fouled off. He was late. The pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. At the belt and fires.
Full count.
In the dirt. Runner holds, and it's a full count. Three and two now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Righty to the plate. Got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Really good battle right there. That final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
Ralph Kiner up now for the Mets. Got to be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. Runner takes off. Pitch misses inside. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Two outs. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
And the right-hander deals.
Nope.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
And fouled off. Molitor on at second with 2 down. And now the count filled up 3-2. Bryce Harper in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Had him way out front of the slurve. Mets strand 1. It's the 9th, and we are tied. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Joe Mantiply.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Here's the center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And a pitch. There's a strike. Trying to bunt his way on. Scoops it up barehanded, and he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there.
He was racing down the line and probably didn't assume he was going to be safe until his foot hit the bag and looked up for the umpire. Nice bunt and great hustle to get himself a knock.
No outs. Runner at first. Kyle Seager up next for the Astros. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Just missed. On the inside corner for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Ground ball up the middle. Sneaks through. Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes. And a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
Go ahead run on base. Here's the second baseman, Bill Mazeroski. First pitch, not close. And now the lefty.
That's the ball.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
The pitch. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Garrett Mitchell waiting to hit for Houston. With the go-ahead run standing at second here at the top of the 9th. And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Garrett Mitchell up next for the Astros. Golden opportunity right here. Pitch misses there. Ball 1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
The pitch.
No, that's outside. Ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Good hitters count the 2-0. Ground ball could be 2. Fires home for 1. Relay to first, double play. And next to hit for Houston, Adley Rutschman. Fastball for a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
That's in there, and it's 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. All tied 1-1. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Declan Cronin.
Now pitching for the Astros, number 53, Declan Cronin.
Here's Bryce Harper, known for his late inning heroics.
Well, 1 swing's a lot easier than getting 2 or 3 hits to win this ball game. You better believe he's going to be all in to hit the ball over the fence somewhere.
The pitch. Ball 1 to Bryce. Action in the pen down there. Joe Nathan getting ready to go. This guy's got good power. With 1 swing, he can win it for him.
That's a foul.
On the ground right side, and he grabs it in foul ground. And a pitch. On the ground right side. In plenty of time to first, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Here's Acuna now. A strikeout and a walk. And that one fouled off.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
1 down, base is empty. That one way outside, and the count even 1-1. And downstairs. Next pitch in for a strike. 2-2 now.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Now he breaks his bat. Wagner fires to first on the run. They get the out on Acuna.
Well, as a hitter, it can be kind of tough. You get a hard-throwing reliever that comes in the ball game. You don't know exactly what his pitches are doing, and that clearly blew him up on the hand, sawed off that bat. Tell you what, the bat companies, they're pretty happy when guys like this come in out of the bullpen.
Alex Gordon now at the plate. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. All tied up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
In the air out to center. Lee in position. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. now we're in extras, and there's a new arm on the mound, Miguel Castro.
Castro.
So the lineup flips over. Honus Wagner getting ready to hit. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and he's grounded out. And the pitch. And that one is inside. The shortstop takes the ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Righty delivers. And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1. Man at second.
That's the ball.
Sal Frelick getting on deck circle. And here it comes. Ball 4. He walked in. And that keeps things going.
Leading off the designated hitter, Sal.
Next to hit, Sal Frelick. Popped out and foul ground first time through. That misses. And that is ball 1. To third, Molitor tags the runner for 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play. Now it's the right fielder, Hank Aaron. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. There's a strike, 95 of that one. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down.
And that's a base hit. Wagner flying around third. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Trying to take the lead in the late going. Can't blame them, but the defense was having none of that. Close play at the dish. The tag applied just in time, and we'll push on with a tie ball game.
Back here in extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning, number 63. Ezekiel Tovar up now for the Mets. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. The pitch. Pounding ball here, rolls foul. Right-handed reliever. Strike 2.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boog. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Hit in the air, right field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he makes it up to third with 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Miguel Rojas.
And next is the designated hitter, Miguel Rojas. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Fought off foul.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Bounce to the right. Steps on first for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Connor Wong. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
1-1.
And the next pitch is way outside. Winning run at third, 2 down. And we're in the last half of the 10th.
Couple sliders away, gets that hitter to really start looking and even leaning out over the plate. Very susceptible for the two-seamer here. Let's see what he throws.
Kicks and fires.
2-2.
That misses, and it's 3-2. Paul Molitor up next. Two outs. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And a pitch. Hard liner. Dives. What a play.
Great diving catch to end the inning after the pitcher battles through a tough one. That'll fire up the dugout. Time to go hit.
Welcome back, and on the mound to start the 11th inning, T.J. Antone.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face it.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, David Ortiz. The pitch. Swings through that one for strike one.
0-1.
Not even close there. And the count is 1-1. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Not close with that one, and that's ball 2. Hammered on the line, base hit. Coming home. The throw in, it's off the mark, and he scores. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second to get on the board. Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on. No outs, runner at first. And now the center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. And that one wrapped foul. Antone, in his 5th season, he features a sinker, a slurve, and he works in a slider. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3, but it's not in time, and they just get 1. Kyle Seager, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And there's a strike. Lee, the runner at first, with 1 gone in the inning. Next offering is downstairs.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1-2.
And the righty deals. Out there to center. And it falls to third. Not in time. He's safe. So digging in, Bill Mazeroski. Strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Runners are at the corners, one away. Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. Squeeze bunt right in front of the plate. Gathers and throws to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
This is exactly how they draw it up. He gets the bunt down and makes it pretty easy for the runner from third to score on the play. I tell you what, they'll trade that out for the run.
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Brooks Raley.
And that's a big potential run out there in second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Garrett Mitchell up next for the Astros. Breaking ball through there for a strike. On the ground, right side. He steps on the bag. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. They put 2 on the board with a couple of hits, no errors, and 1 left. Last shot here as we go to the bottom of the 11th. It's the Astros 3 and the Mets 1. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Joe Nathan.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Paul Molitor. Here comes a pitch. Oh, he doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
And that's outside.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Tying run at the plate. Right through there for a strike. And that's in for a strike. That one is absolutely belted. And this one could be extra bases. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's 3-2.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now here is Bryce Terang. That clips the corner. A 1-run lead, and we're in the bottom of the 11th. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. So the tying run at second. In the air, out towards left center. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 1 down. Ralph Kiner up now for the Mets. In a spot like this, are you up there thinking to yourself, I'm trying to end the game?
Absolutely. It's been a long one. You're hungry, and you're ready to go home.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Well, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Now they've got to find a way to get the job done. Tying run at third, less than 2. This is a huge at bat coming up.
And the batter now, Bryce Harper. That's hard hit on the line. Bangs off the wall. In from third is the tying run. It's 3-3.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Astros go to the pen, and here comes Fernando Cruz. Runners at the corners here, one away. And now the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Ball one low.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Winning run at third, one down. And that's down and away.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
And the right-hander deals. Now 3-0. Kicks and deals. Swings and misses. And the count is 3-1. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Well, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
High fly ball out to left field. Mitchell gets under it, makes the grab. Runner tags from third. Throw not in time, and they walk it off.
These can be tough at bats when you know you've got to get the ball in the air. At worst case scenario, that pitcher is going to try to tie you up, throw you up and in. But he did a good job pulling the hands through. Extension to put that ball deep enough out into the outfield to score that run and win this game.
And the final score here, 4-3. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.